Yeah. So this is the AWS environment, guys. I'm not just showing the server. I'm showing the how to do that. Actually, my that Oracle virtual machine issue is not resolved. Actually, I don't have a time. So so I'm connecting. I launched the instance on the AWS. So I'm connecting that AWS instance. And so this is also a one type of virtual server. So we installed on the cloud. So this is something like a ECT user is the normal user, guys, or else something like sudo su. I want to switch to root. So this is the root user. So I'm creating a new user called user add Hari cd. Yeah.
Hari, Hari, sorry to
Yes.
disturb you. You can explain later, right? How to create a machine in Amazon website,
Yeah, yeah.
AWS.
So this is not for yeah. So I am just showing like so this is the AWS console. So I'm not showing how to create the AWS. So this is the Linux server. Okay, guys. So this is the Linux server, and I'm connecting. Yeah. So yeah. So one is I connected as a root user, and other one is I connected as a normal user, guys. I connected as a one is root user, one is normal user. Something like in the root user. So what is the parent directory, guys? So in the file system hierarchy. So what is the parent directory? CD slash.
Root,
Slash is
root,
the yeah,
root.
slash is the parent directory for all the directories. So ls command. So what are the directories are there? Bin directory, boot directory, dev directory, ECD directory, home directory. So media, MNT, OPT, root, SBin, temp, USR, where. So these all are we explained, right? Last time what we explained. So we explained all the directories. We explained all the directories, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah. So this is the slash is the parent directory for the all the directories. Slash is the parent directory for the all the directories. So what are the directories have? Bin directory, OPT directory, boot directory, root directory, dev directory, SBin directory, ECT directory, home directory, temp directory, USR directory, media directory, MNT directory, var directory. So I already explained what is the directory, what is the purpose of directory, and so what are the files are there in the directory. I already explained the Linux file system hierarchy. Linux file system hierarchy. I will show you. So what it contains. Bin I already told you, right? Bin contains binary. Bin contains a binary files. Binary files in the names commands. Bin contains the commands. I will show you. Yeah. So what is that? So what is that? First time I want to show you. So I logged in as a which user, guys? I logged in as a root user. So root user's home directory is guys, tell me what is the root user's home directory? Slash root is the directory. So this is the home direct this directory is the home directory for the root user. So whenever you logged into the root, so the home directory, something like a CD, something like PWD. So you can execute the PWD. PWD is the command. PWD means present working directory. PWD means present working directory. So where your present working directory is slash root. You logged in as a root user. Your home directory for the root user is slash root. So your home directory for the root user is slash root. Your home directory for the root user is slash root. Again, I logged in as a Hari user. I logged in as a Hari user. Hari user's home directory is guys, tell me Hari user's home directory is it will created under the slash home. A normal user a normal user's home directory will be under the slash home. A root user home directory will be under the slash root. Yeah. the home. So the home is the a default directory for. So when you create a normal user, Hari is the normal user, root is the super user. Root is the super user. Guys, you got it. The directories contain slash home and root. Slash home and the root. Root is the directory. Root is the directory. So in root users home directory is root. So home is the directory. A normal user's home directory. A normal user's home directory is created under the slash home. Now you got it. So root user's home directory is slash root. Or a normal user's home directory will create under the slash home. Now you got the two directories. The next directory is boot directory. So what is the boot directory, guys? What is the slash boot directory? Slash boot directory contains the bootable information. I already told, like, so Linux. So VM lineage and init ramfs files will be there. Init cd slash boot. The slash boot contains so VM lineage and init ramfs. These two are init ramfs is for installing the device drivers. VM lineage is nothing but a kernel file. It is a kernel file. So initramfs is for the installing the device drivers. So device drivers and to everything, all the bootable information will be located in the under the slash boot. Now you got it, the boot. So next something like next. So var temp. So what is var? Var contains the var. So var contains the cd var. cd var. Sorry, cd cd var. So var contains the logs, cd log contains the. So the logs information will be something like this is the logs information, something like I will show you. So cloud init, dnfs, last log, jenkins, sst, wtmp, dnf log, image.
So Harry, I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Yes, you can ask the question.
Yeah. So I was just suggesting that like running this fast. Yeah.
Mhm.
Some people, when you use the command system, like you
Mhm.
just go into CD. Some people don't know how CD command
Yeah, I will
works
tell you. I will tell you.
or
No worries.
S command
No
works.
worries.
Yeah.
No worries. No worries. What I'm explaining is I'm explaining only the file system hierarchy. What is the file
Okay.
system hierarchy and what it contains? What it
Okay.
contains. I'm only explaining the directories and what is the purpose of directory.
Okay.
So after that, I will start slowly. So what is this command? How where we can use?
Yes.
I
Yes.
will
Yes.
I will explain this. No worries. Right. So the var log is contains the logs information. Something like so Hug log, Jenkins log, something like cases private log, WTMP log means so less cloud init output log, cloud init log, cloud init dot log. So you are seeing the log information. The logs information will be will be stored under the slash var log. Slash var the log. The the log information will be stored under the slash var. Slash var. The next, what is that? USR. USR contains all the system related softwares will be installed under the USR. So OPT is for the third party softwares. OPT is the third party software. CD OPT.
Hari, one doubt. In
Yeah.
the log files, when will it created means while while like operating system installed, then after that
Yeah. It
immediately
started. It started. So in our CentOS, so there will be a CD var log messages. There will be a messages is there. So the message is the log file. So it will start whenever the OS is installed. The log will be writing from the starting onwards. Whenever we install the OS, then reboot, it will automatically start the logs writing. So when we restart, it will show it on the restart when it was restarted. So what is the purpose of rebooting? Who rebooted? So we will show it on the under the logs. You got it, Anand?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay.
So, but here
So all the
Jenkins
logs
not.
information will be available under the slash var, right?
Huh.
And USR contains all the system related software. System related softwares will be installed under the USR. So the OPT contains something like CD OPT. OPT is the directory which contains to install the third party software, something like AWS. AWS is the third party. So AWS is the So AWS is the third party. For example, anything something like a third party tools will be installed under the OPT, will be installed under the OPT. USR, the system related softwares will be installed under the slash USR. So home completed media MNT. Media is like CD, ROM, DVD, whatever the CD-ROM DVDs are there. So that will be under the slash media. USB drives under the slash MNT and SBIN and bin. SBIN and bin. SBIN and bin. SBIN and bin contains. SBIN and bin contains. Guys, bin contains commands. SBIN and bin contains commands. CD bin. CD slash. So I want to go to the bin. So bin is nothing but the commands, whatever the commands we are using, right? Something like pwd. I'm using the pwd command, present working directory. So if that command is there or not, we will check it. Pwd, yes, pwd is command is there. I'm executing the ls command. So let me check ls command is there or not there. ls. Yeah. So ls command is there. So ls
Is
command is
there?
there.
Yes,
This is the So all the commands, whatever we are executing in the system, all the commands will be located under the slash bin. Located under the slash bin. So I am connecting as a root user. I connected as a root user, but I'm executing the which commands, guys? These all are the bin commands. A root user can execute. A root user can execute both bin and sbin commands. A root user can execute bin and sbin commands. So these are the bin commands. These are the bin commands. So something like these are the bin commands. So I logged in as a normal user. I logged in as a super user, root user. Root user is the admin user. Admin can execute both the commands, bin and sbin commands. But a normal user can execute only bin commands and execute only bin commands. CD slash CD bin. Guys, I will tell you what is CD on. So let's verify that. So what is the purpose of that folders, the directory is created while installing the OS. So bin. So bin having the pwd command. Yeah. So pwd command is executed by the normal user. So normal is Hari is the normal user. So normal user executed the pwd command because of a normal user can execute bin commands. A normal user can execute bin commands. A normal user cannot execute the sbin commands. So these are the sbin. Ls is the bin command. Ls is the bin command. Pwd is the bin command. So these all are the bin commands. Whatever the commands there in the bin folder, bin directory, these commands will be executed by Hari user and will be executed by the root user. Because of root user can execute both sbin and bin commands. So, but a normal user can execute only bin commands. A normal user can execute only bin commands. Like check if something like cd cd sbin commands or something like, for example, I'm executing the command called fdisk command. Fdisk abcd. For example, if you execute any command in this folder, so a normal user cannot execute because of, for example, I'm executing some of the commands. Fdisk is the sbin command. Fdisk -l. So yeah. So a normal user cannot execute the sbin commands because of So a normal user cannot execute the sbin command because of these are the super bin commands. These commands only executed by the root user. These commands only executed by the root user. Cannot open, permission denied. A normal user cannot execute the sbin commands. Let's check a root user can execute the sbin commands or not. cd sbin cd/cd sbin. Yeah. So this is the root user. So I'm executing the fdisk command. I'm executing the which command, guys? Fdisk command. Let's check if the fdisk command is working fine or not in the root user. I'm executing this command as a which user, guys? Root user. Which commands these are? These are related to sbin commands. These are related to sbin commands. A root user can execute both sbin and bin commands. The root user can execute both bin and sbin commands. The single, guys. Yes. This is the root user. So this is the root user. This is the a normal user called Hari. A normal user called whatever it may be. Hari, Pride, Anand, Ramakrishna, Navilio, whoever. These are the bin, something like a bin. So this is the bin directory. This directory contains bin direct. This directory contains the commands. This directory contains the commands and bin. Super bin directory. Bin means super bin dir. Super bin directory. This directory also contains the commands only. This directory also contains the commands. A root user can execute. A root user can execute. A root user can execute both sbin and bin commands. Guys, tell me the examples of bin commands. We already executed, right? PWD. PWD means a present working directory. Present working dir. Guys, no worries. Just I'm showing the what is the purpose of the directories and this is the default directory structure. So it is created by while installing the OS. What is the purpose of? I'm showing only. So something like ls command. So ls command, pwd command. These all are the bin commands. The root user can execute it by the bin commands and normal user also can execute it by the bin commands. The normal user also can execute it by the bin commands. So bin commands, a normal user executed. What are the commands? So executed pwd commands. What are the commands in the bin directory? That commands will be executed by the normal user, root user. But sbin commands, what is the sbin command, guys? Fdisk. For example, fdisk is the fdisk is the super bin command. Super bin command. It executed only the root user. So a normal user is trying to execute the fdisk command. Fdisk command is related to sbin command. Sbin command, fdisk command, fdisk command. What it shows something like a permission denied. So permission denied. Sorry guys. So permission denied. So permission denied. So it contains as a permission denied. But a root user, you see, permission denied. So the normal user is trying to execute the fdisk command. Fdisk command is the sbin command. A normal user is trying to execute this command, but what it gets? It gets the permission denied. So let's see. So if the sbin command is executed by the root user or not. Yes. So
Yes.
fdisk command is worked for the root user. So whatever the commands in the sbin directory, that commands will be executed by only the root user. That commands only executed by the root user, only executed by the root user. It will not executed by the, it will not executed by the, it will not executed by the normal user. So normal user can only execute the bin commands. A normal user can only executes the yes bin commands. Bin commands. Only executes the bin commands. A root user can execute both sbin and bin commands because of is the administrator. So administrator user. So root can do anything. Root can do anything. Root having the all the permissions. Root having the all the permissions, but a normal user can some extent level of permissions will be there in the normal user. Guys, understood? So what is the bin directory contains? So what is the bin directory contains, guys?
User executable commands list available, I think.
Okay. So what about the sbin?
So root
Has
user
been is for the root
executable
user.
Yeah.
available
The
in
root
this.
user execute the bin command. So
Yes.
Harry, I was asking, so
Yeah.
now the normal user cannot execute the bin command. Why is permission denied? Why the normal user can? Is it because it's not the original root user? That's why I cannot execute the bin command, which is a super command meant for root
Yes,
users only.
yes. So sbin is nothing but a super bin directory. Super bin means a root user is the super user. Super user only execute the super bin commands. Have you got it?
Yes.
Super
So
bin
another
command.
question. Another question. Sorry, I will ask you a lot because I want to really make sure I know
Okay.
this one.
Yeah.
So, like,
And
how do you figure out if the fdisk command is meant only for the main user? How do you figure out the commands that are meant only for the root user and that those that are meant for the normal user? For instance, you figure out fdisk command. So how do you know that okay, this command is meant for the root user and this one is meant for the normal user?
yeah, I
How do you
already
figure
told you,
that
right?
out?
Bin commands is the bin commands executed by the normal user. Sbin commands, whatever the command, not a fdisk. I am just taking the fdisk command. So in SBIN and SBIN having a multiple commands are there. Multiple commands are there. Just I am taking the fdisk command. The fdisk, why I am taking the fdisk command, I will tell you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So these are all are the commands. If you are trying to execute the SBIN commands as a normal user, definitely you will get the permission denied. So we'll get the permission denied. For example, user add. User add is the SBIN command. Let's try user add pride. For example, pride. I'm executing the user add command. This command is in the sbin command. So I'm trying to execute this command as a root user. Let's try. Yeah, it executed something like cd home pride. Let's check. Yeah, pride directory is created. So if the pride directory is created, is it's already the pride user is created. A pride normal user is created. So I'm trying this command with the root user. Now I am trying with this command with the normal user. User add something like Ramakrishna or whatever it may be. What it's showing? So not a fdisk. I just taken the fdisk command. Just taken the fdisk command. Whatever the commands in the sbin folder, that commands only executed by the root user. That commands so will not execute by the normal user because of super binary commands will execute only the super user. Super binary commands will execute only the super user. Who is the super user? Super user is the root user is the super user. So root user is the super user. Super user can execute only super binary commands. Normal user cannot execute the super bin commands. Super bin commands. A normal user execute only bin commands. Now you got it, guys?
Yes.
Yes, right? Yeah.
Question. I have a question, Ari.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the list of all these commands, does it come like default with the Linux server, or does the user need to create the commands, or how?
No, no. So something like so Linux is a we installed Linux OS. What is the OS we installed? CentOS 7. So we installed as a CLI. What is CLI? CLI means, guys, what is CLI?
Command line interface.
Command line interface.
Command line
Interface.
interface. Yeah. So this is the command line interface, CMD. When you press in our in our search, so there will be this is the command prompt, right? So whatever we are executing here, those all are the commands. Those all are the commands. Same like whatever we are executing here, those all are the commands. How we can interact with this OS? How we can interact with this OS, guys? How we can interact with CentOS 7 OS. So how we can interact with this OS? Through
the command line interface.
Yes, through commands only. Through commands only. So where the commands are available, where are the so where the commands are available, a bin and yes bin directory. So these are the commands we are executing. We are executing in the Linux OS. So how we can interact with something like so here yeah. So this is the folder, right? I'm trying to create a folder. So in the users, go to the users where they are. In the desktop. So how we are going to this directory, this file, this folder. So by double clicking. But in Linux, I want to go to this directory. Directory is nothing but a file. cd dot dot. So these all are the something like in Windows it is called it as a folder. In Linux it is called it as a directory. So the folder or the directory are the same. These all are the directories. These all are the, for example, these all are the directories of folders. I want to go to that folder. How we can go? Through commands only. CD is the command. What is the CD? Change
Directory.
change directory. Change directory. Change directory means I want to go to that folder. That folder. CD bin. I'm going to CD bin. Now I am in the bin. So here, how I want to go to the simple DevOps project. How we can go it? So in Linux, we need to go to CD simple DevOps project. CD change directory, change folder to simple. Here in Windows, how we can go to this folder?
By
to
clicking.
to double click it automatically go to this folder. So if you see the list of the files and contents, but so I am in the bin directory, bin folder. I want to see the list of directories and files in the bin directory. How we can see it? By using the command ls. By using the command ls. Now you got it. Now you got it.
Yes.
I want to create a new directory. I want to create a new folder, something like in the desktop. So for example, in the desktop, right click a new, something like a folder. I want to create a new folder, something like US class, US class. For example, I created a directory. So we are creating the folder through GUI. This is the GUI. So we can easily to create the directory. But I want to create a directory in the Linux. How we can create the directory in the Linux, guys? By using the command mkdir. Mkdir is the command. So make a directory, something like class, us class, yeah, ls. us class 1 directory is created. What this is? This is a command line interface. So Windows is the GUI interface. Windows is the
Hello?
GUI interface.
Sorry, I have one doubt.
Linux is one second. Linux is the CLI interface. So how we can interact with the GUI? So we have a graphical, right? We can interact easily. But how we can interact with the Linux? We can interact with the Linux through commands only. Commands only. I want to see the list of the files and the folders. You can use ls. I want to create the directory mkdir. I want to change the directory. I want to go to the directory. We can use the cd. So we can interact with the Linux through commands only. Now you got it right, guys? Got it? Yeah, Ramakrishna, you can ask now.
What is the ls command? And
Yeah, I will tell you guys. No worries. Commands part, no worries.
you
Commands
are
part, no worries.
you are
I
explaining
will not
so
at
many.
started what is the command. What is the commands, and I will tell you each and every command. No worries, guys.
Sorry, little bit of confusion, right?
Okay. So I'm showing the default file structure only. I'm
Yeah.
showing. So what is the purpose of these directories and what it contains? What is the purpose and what it contains? A bin contains commands. Sbin contains commands. So sbin commands only executed by the root user. Bin commands is executed by the root user and normal user. Root user can execute and normal user can execute. This is the file system hierarchy, Linux file system hierarchy. So whenever we installing the OS, a default file structure will be created while installing the OS. These are the default file structure and this is the some purpose. Guys, we missed these two, right? The one etc. Yeah. So what is dev? What is etc? I will get the good clarity, guys. New. Yeah. So what is this? A dev. What is this? A dev. So something like, so these all are the HDDs, guys. What is this? HDD. Guys, now does anyone knows what is HDD? Hard disk. HDD. 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 So these three are the hard disk. Something like this is a 500 GB hard disk. So this is a 200 GB hard disk. So this is a, so again, 100 GB hard disk. So this is contains a 300 GB hard disk. 300 GB hard disk. So what is the hard disk, guys? So where you are installed your OS, your installed OS under the hard disk only, right? You are storing information. Yeah. So this is the hard disk. You install the Windows on your hard disk. I think MSTC or something. What is it? Don't know how to see the hard disk information, hard drive information. Yes, sir. You got it, guys. So the installed RAM. So I have 16 GB of RAM and the virtual memory. Wait, where is that hardware? It's the memory, right? This is the component storage drives. Components. This is system memory components. Components. Storage drives. Yeah. So I have something like a 476, 471. So 512 GB of RAM I have. So in my hard disk, so 512 GB of hard disk I have. So in a Dell PowerEdge, something like Dell PowerEdge R710 images cards. Yeah. You see, these are the hard disks. These are the hard disk. One hard disk, second hard disk, third hard disk, fourth hard disk, fifth hard disk, sixth hard disk. These are the hard disks. These are the hard disks. These are the hard disk. I will show you. So these are the hard disk. Hard disk, something like this is the 512 GB. This is the 1 TB hard disk. So these are the hard disks, guys. These are the hard disk information. So in Linux, so in Windows, we can see the hard disk information in the something like a, in the size here. We need to see in the Linux how we can find out the where we can find out the hard disk information. The hard disk information will be available under the /dev directory. Which directory? /dev directory. What is the names? What is the naming convention for the hard disk? Something like this is a physical hard disk 1. Physical hard disk 1. So this is the physical hard disk 1. This is the physical hard disk 2. This is the physical hard disk 3. This is the physical hard disk 4. So I have attached 4 hard disk in my server. How we can find out, how we can see something like the information will be available under the /dev. So something like what are the disks? These are the SATA disks. These are the SATA disk. So one need call it as a SATA disk A. SATA disk A means SDA. So this is SATA disk B. So T is called as a SATA disk B. The name it call it as a SDB. So the third one is SATA SATA disk C. The name it call it as a SDC. SD means SATA, D means disk, C means third disk. So something like this is a fourth disk. SATA disk 4, it call it as a B C D D. So what is the name? SDD. So 1 call it as a 2 call it as a B, 3 call it as a C, D call it as a something like 4 call it as a D. So SD means SDA. A is nothing but a 1. SD means SATA disk. SATA disk 1. SATA disk 2, SDB, SATA disk 3, SDC, SATA disk 4, SDB. So So where it is under /dev SDA /dev SDB /dev SDC /dev SDD. So this is the first hard disk. This is the second hard disk. This is the third hard disk. This is the fourth hard disk. So for first hard disk contains how much GB? 500 GB. 500 GB. Second hard disk contains 200 GB. The naming convention should be in the Linux /dev SDA /dev SDB /dev SDC /dev SDD. So the name call it as a SDD, SDC, SDB, SDA. So where is the hard disk information will be available? Hard disk information will be available under the /dev. Under the /dev. CD /dev. You see guys, SDA. SDA. Here only one hard disk is there, SDA hard disk. If second disk hard disk also available, where we can see it, LSBLK command, you see only one hard disk, something like SDA hard disk. SDA hard disk, something like it will be different on the cloud. Guys, I will tell you no worries. This is something like SDA. So SDA. So this is only one hard disk is available attached here. The only one hard disk is attached here. Attached here. If something like if you are attaching another hard disk, it will be showing the SDB. So it will be attaching another hard disk, it will be showing a SDC. SDC. Guys understood? So where is the hard disk information available? Hard disk information will be available under the /dev. So next /etc. What is the etc? So etc contains the configuration files will be located under the /etc. All the configuration files will be located under the /etc. cd/etc. So these all are the configuration files. I will show you. This is the con. So cfg or conf, these are the grub2.conf. Cat grub2.conf. This is the configuration file for the bootloader. All the configuration files information will be located under the /etc. Under the /etc. Temp is the directory, so it's storing the temporary. It's storing for the temporary directory. You can store anything on the temp directory. So this is the file system hierarchy. This is the file system hierarchy. Guys. The Linux file system hierarchy is something like bin contains the commands. Sbin contains the command. Sbin commands only executed by the root user. Bin commands only executed by bin commands will execute by the root user as well as a normal user. So boot contains the bootable information. OPT contains the third party softwares will be installed under the OPT. A root /root is the directory. So this directory is the root user's home directory is /root. A normal user's home directory will be created under the /home. /etc contains all the configuration information. Temp is the directory for the temp directory. All the system related softwares will be installed under the /usr. Third party will be installed under the OPT. So media is /media is nothing but a CD-ROM, DVD-ROMs are will be showing in the /media. So USB pen drives will be showing it in under the /mnt. So where contains all the logs information. Logs information will be available in the /var. The logs information will be available under the /var. So this is the / is the parent directory for the all the directories. Parent directory for the all the directories. Guys understood? Yeah. So this is the Linux. So this is the Linux document, guys. I will upload it in the drive. So this is the Linux file system hierarchy. Yeah. So commands, bin and sbin commands. Nar not bin like normal user can execute only bin commands. Sbin and bin commands. Admin like user, root user can execute. So can execute. Yeah. So this is the file system hierarchy. So this is the file system, Linux file system hierarchy. So Linux uses a single rooted inverted tree like file system hierarchy. Slash. Slash is the top level directory. It is a parent directory for the all other directories. It is called as a root directory. It is represented by the forward slash. In Windows slash C Windows. This is the slash. Slash root. Root is the home directory for the root user or super user. It provides working environment for the root user. So in the Windows, it is called as C document setting administrator. So in slash home, so it is a home directory for the other users. It is home directory for the other users. It provides working environment for the other users. So boot, it contains the bootable files for the Linux, like VM lineage is a kernel file, init init RAM, initial RAM disk file for, and grub is for the booting. Slash it contains all the configuration files. USR, by default softwares are installed under the USR directory. So OPT, it is an optional directory for user. It contains third-party softwares will be installed. Bin, it contains the commands used by the all the users. Sbin, it contains the commands used by only the super user is a root user. Slash dev, it contains the device file, something like a slash HDA, slash SDA. All the hard disk files will be information in the dev. Where it contains the variable data like mail logs, message, all the logs will information will be available. MNT is the mount point for any partition. Media is for the CD-ROM. So these are the Linux file system hierarchy, guys. So you just learn the, so while installing the OS, learn CentOS ONS, what are the file system hierarchies, file system structure created. So what is the purpose of the directories? Every directory having some certain purpose and it contains some of the files. Contains some of the files. So you guys thoroughly learn this, and tomorrow we will start. Tomorrow we will start something like the commands. So how we can interact with the Linux, guys? We can interact with the commands only. Yeah, I will show you one thing. So user prompt. So root at the rate localhost tilde hash. So once you logged into the root user, something like it. So once you start the Linux server, login as, so login as a root user, like root user password. You pressed the password something like red hat or not. After that, after that, your OS will be your OS will be so this is right. It is the user prompt. While giving the username password, then you will get the user prompt. So what it contains, guys, what it contains. So this is the user prompt, root, localhost, twilt, and hash. So this symbol is called as a twilt symbol. This symbol is called as a hash symbol. This symbol is called as a at the rate. Root at the rate localhost tilt hash symbol. So what is the log? What is the root? Root is the one. So who you logged in as a root. The second one is the mission name or the VM name or the server name. So this 12th symbol is showing the PWD, present working directory, where you are, where you are. Hash symbol. Hash symbol is nothing but a user profile. Hash symbol is nothing but a user profile. Hash privileged mode. Root user can execute any command. if you got the hash, so that is the root user. Root user can execute any command. This is the user profile. Hash is the user profile. Something like hurry at the rate localhost tilt dollar. Hurry at the rate localhost tilt dollar. So hurry is nothing but a login name. Localhost is nothing but a mission name. So 3 is nothing but a present working directory. So here hash is the user profile. Hash is the privilege mode. So dollar is also a privilege mode. So a dollar can execute some extent level. If you have a dollar, so it execute the command some extent level. So only execute the bin commands. Only execute the bin commands. Now you got it, guys. Now you got it. So I will show you. Yeah. So root. So root is nothing but a you logged in as a root user. So at the rate IP address, this is the host name. So this is the PWD. So this is the privilege mode. So where you are, so you are in the tilt symbol is showing /root present working directory. Something like you if you go to the parent directory, so the tilt will be changing to the slash. So where you are, so you are in the slash. You are in the slash. The tilt shows the present working directory where you are. The present working directory is you are under slash. You are under the slash cd has been. CD has been. So PWD. So PWD is a present working directory. You are in the has been. So tilt symbol is showing the present working directory. Tilt symbol is showing the present working directory. Guys, you understood? So once you logged into
Yes.
the machine, you got the user prompt. So what it contains. So a root user prompt will be root at the rate localhost. A normal user prompt will be hurry at the rate localhost. You guys got it right? So one is nothing but a login name. Second localhost is nothing but a mission name. So tilt is nothing but a present working directory. Hash is nothing but a user profile. So if it is a root, it will get the hash. If it is a normal user, you will get the dollars user profile. Guys understood?
Yes.
Yeah. So tomorrow we will explain the commands. We will explain the commands, guys. No worries. We will explain the commands. What is
So Harry, you will
what
send
is
this note to us at the. You will forward this note to us, right?
sorry?
You're going to forward this note to us at the.
Yeah,
In
yeah. I'm
the
going to I'm going to forward this in the Google Drive.
yeah.
So that's it for today, Hari.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, you can stop the recordings.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have one request. Is it possible to